Today, we're celebrating 90 days of coming back to podcasting. Welcome to the Wisdom Party.
My why was, I matter, right? Coming back into my body and my personhood and my autonomy, I recognized for the first time in my life that my life and my story mattered. And the only one who could write it to make it what it should be was myself. And so out of those experiences and that growth and Jay Shetty's program, the lessons learned from that, the community built from that, it brought community and connection back into my life, but for the first time in a healthy way.
You know how they say when one door closes, another one opens? You have to use mindfulness and have a sense of self-awareness in order to even see the next door. For me, it was through embodying gratitude and mindfulness and meditation during that difficult period in time that it created another spark. Gratitude, meditation, mindfulness, these are tools, once again, I want to share with the world. I want to share with others.
Work on your own self-awareness, work on your communication skills, work on your emotional intelligence, communicate, stay curious, and listen to understand rather than to respond. These are skills that are useful whether you're a leader or you're with your romantic partner or your family. It's all the same.
Don't overthink things. Just keep it simple and don't look outside of yourself to figure out if it's right for you or if it's wrong for you. Go inside and ask yourself, how does this feel? Don't ask yourself, is it going to make me money? Is it going to make me famous? Is it going to make me thin? Just a simple question. How does it make you feel? And if it makes you feel good, if it brings you joy, if it lights you up, that's your answer. And if it doesn't, move on.
The power of yet. That one simple word of possibility. And that one simple word is probably the easiest coping mechanism for anxiety and not so great mindset. It's really easy to apply.
We were born with creativity because we weren't born with anything else. I mean, if you imagine that you've just come into this world and you're trying to make sense of the world around you, you've got no history, so you can't be deductive about it. You can't sort of think, okay, have I had this thought before, so this is what I do? No, because you haven't had the thought before. Everything is new.
You were made perfect. Remember who you are. It's okay. Embrace and accept all of you. Nobody is just splendid all the time. It's okay to have dark days. It's okay to do silly things sometimes. It is life.
The one major thing for caregivers, if you're not taking care of yourself, you cannot take care of the other person.
I operate under guiding principles and I operate under a certain set of systems that allow me to show up fully. And one large component of that is protecting my time and my energy. And the last one is my peace. Those are three things that are completely non-negotiable for me.
Physical clutter and mental clutter, it's a similar process to if you take your junk drawer and you empty everything out and then you just put back what you want. It's a very similar thing with your brain, like all the thoughts you have in your brain, your schedule, all the things that you're doing. You're going to this and that, and you're trying to meet this friend and that friend, and you're trying to please everybody. And you have to really get intentional about what your objective, what your vision is for that year.
It's just reminding yourself, being grateful for what you already have done, what you already have achieved. Once you live in gratitude, that's what keeps you enjoy the moment. Otherwise, everything else is illusion, because thing that you wanted to achieve is not there. You know that it's going to take time because of journey, but then think of how far you have come, how much you have achieved. So there's so many things to be grateful for in our life.
I think so much is lacking in the world right now. And it's because we're all just trying to figure out, well, what space do I take? What space am I allowed to have? You're allowed to have your space. That's it. You can't have my space. I can't have your space. Just live in your space. And I think we need to come back to that. And it starts with coming back to our bodies and who we are. And once we respect ourselves, we don't want to harm anybody else. We really truly understand the beauty of what it is to be a person and have this one life and live it authentically.
I can't say, Omar, that I don't care what people think, because that would be a lie. I do care what people think. I care deeply. However, it's not going to stop me anymore.
When I work with people, I always focus on helping them have that achiever's mindset. First, I always encourage them to really to understand the growth mindset, the abundant mindset, and positive mindset, and the mixture of it or the combo of it will evolve as a achiever's mindset.
Be human and you will be successful. And remember that we are working with and for humans above all. And I think that that's the key to success in leadership and in relationships. And again, I want to also emphasize to take responsibility and value the relationship with yourself.
I'm in love with my life the way it is. I will be in love with it when I'm a full-time coach too. I just think that we get to learn about ourselves from all of the different experiences and timelines in our life, you know, all the different things we live through. I would encourage people to try it and not to be afraid of that. And you don't have to quit your full-time job to flourish at being an entrepreneur. You can do it slowly, and that's okay.
Separating the fact that when we're marketing our practice, we're marketing our services, not ourselves. Even though we are the ones that provide the service, I don't sell myself. I sell the services, the transformation, the guidance, the support, the cheerleading, the accountability. You call it whatever you want to call it.
Bringing yourself back to the present moment and bringing in gratitude and appreciation, because through any transition, any challenge, any change in life, you may not be able to see the gratitude at that moment, but later on you can recognize that maybe there was a silver linings, and really just understanding that you don't need to just go through this transition, you can literally grow through it. I think that that's what's important.
It's progress, not perfection. It's never going to be perfect. And be okay with B- work. And I was always like, I can't do my website because it's not perfect, or I can't put this blog out because it's not very perfect. And then get it out there, then you can tweak it and get it to be better. And I think it's that way with so many things. I think it's that way with decluttering.
Like, you are capable of anything that you set your mind to. It's your internal self that is most of the time holding you back, and that you have limitless potential, and to never forget that.
A lot of us have gotten in the habits of asking this opinion or that opinion. I think it clouds your judgment. I start with my intuition first, and then obviously I want to make sure everything is aligned to my core values and making sure that everything points to my North Star. But I would say, like, those are my two things I start with. It's like prayer, my intuition, and then my core values.
Imposter syndrome is so real. And the good news is that we all suffer from it at some point. The important part is to understand how deep is it affecting us, to find the help that we need.
Mindset is the single most important factor influencing person's success, whether it's personal or professional. The way you constantly think, the way you believe in the things you believe in, or the meaning you assign to certain circumstances directly impacts on the choices you are making or the decisions you are taking, and ultimately your decision.
I keep my word to myself. So if I say I'm going to do something, I goddamn do it, whether I want to or whether I don't want to, because the minute I break a promise to myself, that's when things start to crumble.
The most important relationship that you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. And that is the foundation of every other relationship that you have, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's work relationship, whether you're a leader, your family, it doesn't matter. It starts with the relationship that you have with yourself.